Hey everyone, I'm Nick, and we're NV Board Gaming. Today we're taking a look at the Century Spice Road. It is a 2 to 5 player game. Plan B Games published this game. Emerson Matsuchi designed it. Vic's going to tell you how to play. We'll be back with our thoughts and review.
Alright, we are set up here for a 2-player game of Century Spice Road. This game is all about collecting spices and acquiring merchant cards to ultimately claim point cards at the top, which will give you victory points at the end of the game. So in this game, players start off with 2 basic starting cards, which have different actions on them, and they are the purple backed ones, and you're going to set up with 2 times as many players that you have. You're going to put the coins out above the point cards, the gold and the silver, so that changes depending on how many players you have. And the first player has 3 yellow cubes, and the second player starts with 4, and it goes so on and so forth in this game. So the 2 cards that you start with, you can either acquire 2 or you can upgrade 2 cubes with these. And the whole point of the game is to be able to achieve these combinations of spices so that you can lay claim on the point cards. And you can improve your merchant cards whenever you want to do that. You're going to have to place a spice on the leftmost card that you're going for. So if you wanted the third one, you're going to have to drop 1, 2 spices of any color, and you can pick up that third merchant card. But if you're taking this one, it's actually free. You don't have to put any spices down. You can just acquire the card. So the actions that you're going to be taking are to play a card from your hand. So that could be acquire two yellow cubes right here, or you can upgrade 2 cubes, which means to trade out 2 yellows for either 1 step up, which these are in order. It has turmeric, saffron, cardamom, or cinnamon, and they have you in that order because cinnamon being the most valuable actually in this game. So what you could choose to do is you could actually upgrade both of these for 2 red cubes, or you could go and make 1 red and then have the other red upgrade to a green. So you can do it that way, but it's just a total of 2 upgrades that you're doing with this card. Another thing that you can do is acquire a merchant card, like I just mentioned, by placing down spices to get to whatever card you're getting in this row here. Or you can rest, and once you've used all these cards, they are only one-time use, so you pick them up and that would be your turn. Or you can claim a point card. So if at any time I had 2 yellow, I'll show you, 2 yellow and 2 cardamom, so 2 turmeric and 2 cardamom, I could actually claim this by spending those cubes, returning them to the supply, and I would take this card. And in a 2-player only game, the game ends when you've taken your 5th. In more than 2 players, it's when you take a 5th point card. That's when the game ends. But for 2 players only, it's actually 6. So when the 6th point card has been taken, then that triggers the end of the game. And then players will add up their scores. As you can see, the point cards have different values on them, 8, 19, 10, 10, 15. So the person with the most points will win the game. And that's how you play Century Spice Road.
Hey, welcome back for the review. This game here, we're going to talk about Century Spice Road. I love the components of this little game. It was essentially is a card game, a card and cube game. That's it. That's all you really need is card and cubes. You could have some tokens out there to represent the coins you get, but instead they put gold and silver coins and very metal coins. Very nice touch. They put very nice illustrated cards. I love the cards and the card size. I always like that card size. So that's another plus. I like the bowls that you get.
Yeah.
These are all big pluses. They didn't have to do all that, so that's very nice that they did them. In the end, it's still a card and cube game. In the end, I still don't like it as much as many other people do. It's a little too simple for me. You're just pushing cubes, you're turning cubes to other cubes, and it's just, it's a straightforward game. It's a family game, so for that, it is good family game. Pretty easy to teach, I would say.
Yeah.
And it doesn't click for me. I guess it's just not my style of game. That's all. And for that, I can't score it too high. I can't score it above a 7, so I'm going to give it a 7. So it's a fair game. I like it okay. It's just not my style. If somebody wants to play it, sure, I'll play it. And it'll be done fairly quick, and we can. It's like a filler kind of game. So, what do you think, Vic?
Yeah, all the things that Nick said, that's how I feel about the game. I do like the components, like he said. I like how easy it is to teach, and the fact that we could bring people into the hobby with this game. We did play it with some people who aren't so into games, and they picked it up pretty quickly, I found. And, it does have that introductory element to sort of teach people about cashing in resources, collecting stuff, to then ultimately acquire things and upgrading components. I think that's very interesting, and a little deck building. You're getting those merchant cards. So some of these concepts are well introduced in this game, and it'll help you maybe get to the next step. It's a good in-between game from some really basic, card games to getting to a more heavier game. So my score for this game is a 6.8. I gave it close to Nick's score. It's not too crazy for me. I'm okay with it, and like Nick said, I would play it if somebody asked me to, but I have never really requested that we play it. So
yeah, I think it is a good idea that what Vic just said about you can introduce somebody to deck building with this. It depends who the person is. Maybe I would prefer Star Realms, but again, it's going to depend. If I'm going to play this with Grandma, for instance, maybe this is more of an appealing looking game. The tokens look, or the cubes look better than having these little spaceships out there. So.
Yeah,
and
aliens.
the art is more. It's really good, and it's more neutral more appealing to more people than something like Star Realms would be.
Yeah, the blobs.
I feel like Star Realms is a better deck building game for sure, because it's just deck building 101.
Yeah.
It's just the fastball. That's kind of what I feel what this game is. It's almost just like I describe it as like a fastball. It's an entry level game, and just a fastball right down the middle. 7-0 for me.
Yeah, 6.8 for me, and I can see the game has potential to try to get people to that next level from playing basic games to seeing the beauty of modern games. That's what I think about it.
Cool.
It could really push you there. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more awesome content. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.